Hi, I'm Dr. Haniyeh Yousofpour, and today I'm going to talk about confidence. Welcome back to those who are returning, and welcome to those who are just joining us. So what is confidence? We hear this word often, and we don't really know what does that include. How does confidence look like? How do you demonstrate confidence? So today we're going to talk about what are the different components of confidence. The first thing about confidence is that it is not about knowing everything. Confidence is about believing that you can impact the outcome of different situations. So the first thing that comes to mind when we think of confidence is walking into a situation and believing that your presence can impact that situation positively. The second part of confidence is about self-expression. How confident you are to share your thoughts, even if they are different from those around you, or even if you're afraid it's not going to be well received. So self-expression is an important part of confidence. The third part of confidence is the way that you perform. And there are a lot of studies that suggest having confidence will in fact lead to better performance. So performance is part of confidence. The other component of confidence is humility. People who are confident don't need to constantly shout what they are doing and what they're good at. They're humble, and they are confident in silence. And lastly, confidence is about agility. It's about knowing that no matter in what situation you are, you have the ability to adapt and take a different approach based on what the situation calls for. So these are the different components of confidence. But how can we develop confidence? To develop confidence, there are few daily practices that you can have to increase it. Number one is the way that you look at yourself. Your self-esteem and your self-perception is extremely important for developing your confidence. So your self-perception must be improving on a daily basis. And the way you can do that is by increasing your expertise as well as power pose. A lot of people think that confidence is just internal, but it's not. It's a combination of how you feel internally and how you show up externally. So first you want to develop the right expertise, the right abilities to feel confident, and then you want to show up confident by looking into the mirror and feeling that you got this. Which brings us to the second part of confidence. To develop confidence, you need to remove the negative thoughts in your mind and change the way that you speak about yourself and you speak about the situation. One of my favorite words that I find very impactful in developing confidence is the simple word of yet. If you are walking into a situation and you don't know something, if you repeat to yourself that I don't know this yet, it all of a sudden changes from this negativity into this optimistic approach. The third thing about building confidence is visualization. You need to see it to be it. When you want to go into a situation and you want to be more confident, you have to visualize your success in that situation. You want to see yourself getting that promotion. Visualize yourself as being the new manager. Visualize yourself in that position that you want to see yourself. And as you visualize yourself in that situation, you start to believe that you have the capability to become whatever you're visualizing. So there are three things that you can do on a daily basis. First is improve your self-perception by developing the right expertise, knowledge, information, skills, as well as showing up with your head up and believing that you can do it. Number two is to remove the negative thoughts and discouraging comments that you may be telling yourself and believe that you can do it. And as I said, use the word yet. And third, start to visualize and see yourself in the position that you are moving towards. And when you do this on a daily basis, slowly your confidence will start to build. Now, what does need to happen for you to feel more confident? Small wins are extremely important for us to feel we can. It is so much more impactful to have smaller goals that you achieve over time, and 10 small goals, even if they are as big as one big goal, will have a more significant impact on your self-perception and your confidence. So when you're trying to think of developing yourself, try to set small goals so that as you achieve them, you can check mark these accomplishments. And before you know it, you will have 10 small accomplishments that will give you more confidence to move forward. There was a study done with mice. And one of the things that this study revealed was when two mice were put into a loop and they had to fight one another to throw one of them outside of the space, the mouse that actually was able to do this was more confident and more likely to continue this success when they were put into the similar space with the second mouse. And the reason for it was that first win gave them more confidence to walk into the situation believing they can do it. The second thing that is very important for you to sustain your confidence is to surround yourself with people that believe in you and give you positive thoughts. Think about this. One example that I always share is, and these are all hypothetical examples, is that a group of mice were going up a wall, and it was very steep. And as they were walking up, everyone standing on the floor was saying, this is impossible, this is not going to happen, they're not going to be able to make it, how can they be going up? And as they continued to go up one by one, they fell down. And finally, only one made it to the top of the wall. And when everybody went to understand this one mouse secret, they realized they had something in their ear and they were not able to hear any of these comments. Do not underestimate the impact of the social support that you can have. When you surround yourself with people that are supportive, that are giving you positive thoughts, and even if they're challenging you, it's in a constructive way, it will impact your performance. And you want to make sure that you are interacting with those who believe in you, not to be dreaming, but they are realistic about your abilities while encouraging you to continue and to be your best self. The third thing that will help you become more confident over time is continuous learning. When we are learning, we are reminded of our capability. Our brain has the capacity to take on more and more information, and continuous learning will keep us on our toes and encourage us to explore new opportunities and to learn more when things are unknown. Continuous learning is not just about the information that you take in, but it's the mindset that it creates for you to believe you can take on more information and that you can do better with every situation. To summarize, confidence is not knowing everything. It is believing that you will either find a way or build a way in different situations. To do that, you need to become aware of your strengths and know what you are good at and be realistic about your limitations. You want to be optimistic and always focus on what you can learn and what you can do better. And lastly, you need to have perseverance. Determination is extremely important for you to get up when you fall down, and not be afraid of trying again is extremely important for you to build the confidence to continue. Remember, you cannot compare other people's end result with your process. Anyone who has ever become successful has a history of past failures. Failure is not about giving up. It's about learning, doing it better next time, and as you progress, your confidence will flourish. I want you to visualize how you would show up confident and leave a comment. How does that look like? If you want to learn more about this topic, please subscribe and don't forget to like the video.